The FCC made a big decision on net neutrality that virtually affects everyone. So joining us with more is local tech expert Dave Hatter, my friend, coming in on this Sunday morning to explain essentially what net neutrality is.
Yeah, it's a complex topic, Dan, and it's something that's kind of been floating around for a long time, and the FCC's made numerous attempts over the years to address this. Basically what it boils down to is on the internet, with these new regulations, they've essentially created a system that says you can't impact any content. All content is created equally. So instead of being able to potentially create fast lanes so that bandwidth consuming services like Netflix or something could potentially put their traffic in a higher speed segment, you can't do that. So as long as the content is legal and as long as any devices you want to hook up to the internet are legal, whatever they're doing has to be treated equally so that everything essentially is equal.
And what does that mean for the consumer moving forward?
Right now, I don't think it means anything. These high-speed lanes that they were talking about, in my mind, to some extent, it makes sense. If you want to pay more to get content that would typically be slower, because no one wants to see their house of cards or whatever buffering and waiting, right? You know, you expect TV to work like TV, and these internet services that are being delivered to your TV sometimes slow down because the network gets congested. So in my mind, it's not necessarily a bad thing to say, well, I want to be able to pay more to get this traffic. The flip side of that, though, is entrepreneurs and so forth who are trying to start up companies and want to take advantage of internet services and the digital disruption that all of these things bring are saying, well, we don't want to have to pay to play. And so I can kind of see both sides of this argument, and in general, I think what this was originally attempting to do isn't necessarily a bad thing, but in my opinion, in this particular case, they have way overreached. One of the things that's really disturbing about this to me is, so they come up with a 300-plus page set of regulations that the public wasn't allowed to see before they voted on it. Now, why? Yeah, I have a major problem with that sort of thing, because how do you know if what's in it is good or not? If it's a public, if they want to